Days of Our Lives blunder. Gwen stuns Xander, drops jaw, dropping secret that changes everything. Days of Our Lives week of December 22nd preview. Rachel's surprise visitor, Xander's gift, Thomas's turning point. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button for more latest update. Days of Our Lives suckers, we've got another leak from our safe inside source. This bone is some scoop on Gwen Rizek and Xander Cook's forthcoming vacation rendezvous. It looks like Gwen drops a secret that stuns Xander. As you may know, we've got an exclusive source who delivers the goods to us when they get juicy tidbits. They lately sloped us off to Peter Blake's return before it was sanctioned. And of course, the stylish leak we've gotten was the Rachel Black shooter reveal further than 6 months before it was verified. Days of Our Lives press was really frenetic at me about that bone. I got blacklisted for telling you guys that, but nevertheless, I'm an intelligencer. I'm going to report the leaks. A look back Xander and Gwen's tumultuous romantic history on Days of Our Lives. This time they transferred me some big news on Xander and Gwen. These two have been hot and cold, on and off for several times. Xander and Gwen have conspired together, befriended one another when the world was against them, and in 2022, Xander nearly married Gwen. But in true Days of Our Lives style, Xander and Gwen's relationship fell piecemeal at the balcony. The marriage blow up, which is veritably typical in Salem, touched off a chain of events that led Xander back to Sarah Horton. And of course, Gwen has been super jealous of Sarah for times, which led to veritably bad effects that Gwen and Kristen DiMera conspired with Sarah, and it was just messy. Current Salem drama: Xander's loneliness and Gwen's occasion on Days of Our Lives. So, everything has shifted now, however. The essay is slightly dry on Xander and Sarah divorce papers. Xander is each sad and lonely, and he's still working to become a better man. But he's also jealous, and he's veritably worried that Brady Black is living in the same house as Sarah, and that's going to start its whole chain of events of its own. Xander knows 100 that Brady wants to be with Sarah. At the same time, Gwen still has her eyes set on Xander. She spent time with him on Thanksgiving when Xander was each alone and cut off from enough important everybody but his family, Philip. In the downtime promo, Gwen kisses Xander and she throws him onto her bed, and also Gwen climbs him like a hot Scottish pine. Plus, we've got Kristen out of the vault soon, and she and Gwen make an oath to take what's rightfully theirs. I'm guessing for Kristen that could mean Brady, unless it's DiMera Enterprises related, but he has moved on to Sarah. And for Gwen, that means Xander. Days of Our Lives, Gwen swoops on Xander. When Gwen first ambled back into Salem thanks to her dirty deal with EJ DiMera, we saw Gwen fighting drunk Xander back to her room at the Salem Inn. And Gwen got some amorous kisses. But before she could get her hands under his kilt, Xander tapped the thickets and was honest with Gwen. Xander made it clear still loves Sarah and he wanted her back. But also effects got worse, especially when Gwen told Sarah that she did get under his kilt. But now that Xander and Sarah are officially and fairly disassociated and she cut Xander out of her and Victoria's lives fully, effects are wide open for Gwen to swoop in again. And she will. Gwen's web of secrets from hijacking to shady science systems on Days. At the same time, she's keeping some enough juicy secrets and Xander figures out she's cashing commodity. But indeed with Gwen's secret stewing, formerly Xander find out effects are moving ahead for Sarah and Brady Black. Not only does Xander get stupid jealous, but he might look to Gwen for some comfort, for a distraction, and perhaps a warm bed to bottleneck into when he's jealous and terribly, terribly worried. As you guys know, Gwen actually has a lot in common with Xander, but I do and suppose they're good for each other. I do and suppose they bring out the stylish in each other, more like the worst. Gwen is a schemer and Xander knows it. He used to be a schemer, but he's gotten better about it. And we formerly know Gwen's invested in EJ's shady wisdom design. So, it looks like Gwen finds out further about the identity of Dr. Wilhelm Rolf's tube person veritably soon. Not only that, but we know that Gwen and EJ fated her infidelity hubby, Dmitri von Luskner DiMera. But Gwen is going to bring him back and use him for some vengeance on Leo Stark soon. The shocking Days of Our Lives new leak: Gwen's secret stuns Xander. So now, let's talk more about the leak. Gwen Rizika's big secret gets hounded out by Xander, and he's absolutely shook. I mean, really at this point, Gwen is sitting on so numerous secrets that would shock Xander. So, it could be about Gwen abducting her own hubby, putting Dimitri on ice and holding him, and also bringing him back for vengeance. Or, it could be about her helping EJ revitalize this riddle cover person, presumably a Dimera, thanks to her big fat checkbook. And obviously, it could be Commodity indeed Wilder. You know, perhaps Gwen had a baby at some point after leaving Salem. Now, the timing isn't right for her to have a generative Xanders, given that they last slept together in February 2023, and also she was on screen throughout the time. She left in October 2023, heading to Alemania to try and score some of Dimitri's heritage. So, there's not room in there for her to have gotten pregnant by Xander. But Gwen might have gotten pregnant by Dimitri because they were doing the deed when he was also doing the deed with Leo. It could be that Gwen took her pregnant tone to Alemania, and that's how she scored all those big bucks, and she's got the sprats stockpiled safely down. What's Gwen hiding? Major Days of Our Lives spoilers and addict propositions. The leaker told us that Xander suspects Gwen has a secret, and Xander is enough sure that he knows what Gwen is hiding. But also the secret that Xander finds out Gwen is hiding is Commodity completely different from what he suspected. And when he finds out this big secret about Gwen, he's floored. So, it's Commodity indeed worse than he can imagine. Perhaps Xander suspects Gwen has Commodity to do with the secret lab and what EJ's up to at the sanitarium because Gwen's living at the manse. She's been spotted with EJ. Or perhaps Xander suspects Gwen has been having a secret fling with EJ. And also he finds out it was Gwen's plutocrat that snaked the sanitarium out from under Xander. Because you flash back, he was so worried that EJ got the deal, and he didn't. It was Xander's arrest for Philip assault that turned the sanitarium board against him, because it happened right as they were advancing. That let EJ slide in and get the buyout indeed, though utmost everybody didn't want Dimera hands on University Hospital. Days of Our Lives, Xander rages. And also, of course, Philip refused to press charges and Xander was vindicated. But that was too late for the vote. And as we know, he really did assault Philip, and the attack and lying about it's what ruined his marriage to Sarah. So, Xander may be really worried if he's back in Gwen's bed and also finds out she and EJ conspired to get the sanitarium deal from him. At the point that Xander finds out the secret, he may formally be back in deep with Gwen. But we know his heart belongs to Sarah. Unborn forecast Xander, Sarah, and Brady's romantic shake, up for 2026. The leaker said that Xander is going to be spending a lot of time at the Dimera manse during the new Gwen and Xander plot. We know Gwen wants him back. She's crazy about him. She may get a crack at getting Xander back in her bed, but not in his heart. But when he finds out and Brady are doing the deed, that's when Xander may start getting vengeance and do sexy effects with Gwen. By the way, the leaker also told us that Sarah and Brady resolve up by spring 2026. They're going to be a couple. They're going to be doing everything, sleeping together, all that. But also he proposes to Sarah, and that's when she realizes Brady is her person. Also by May, Xander and Sarah are starting to explore the road to conciliation. They start couples remedy, but it's going to be a long, slow road. But there's a happily ever after in sight for Xander and Sarah. Deep into 2026, and that means Gwen, in the end, is out of luck. Lots further to come, and we'll let you know when we've got further leaks. And as always, flashback this is Scuttlebutt until it's verified by sanctioned Days of Our Lives spoilers. Days of Our Lives week of December 22nd preview Rachel surprise visitor, Xander's gift, Thomas's turning point. Days of Our Lives exercise for the week of December 22nd to 26th reveals Rachel Black will get a surprise caller while Xander Kyriakis delivers a special gift. Thomas Dimera will also reach a turning point. So let's bandy what's ahead on Days. Days of Our Lives' daily promo features further excitement in the vault now that Peter Blake has joined the other internees. Chad Dimera, Theo Carver, and Kristen Dimera have formerly been trading questions with Peter, but EJ Dimera and Tony Dimera will quiz him too formally they awaken. It looks like there'll be growing reservations about Peter and whether he's truly a hostage or the architect of this hijacking operation. Fortunately, This hijacking agony is nearly over, which means Chad will be suitable to go home to his kitties. This whole fire will rattle Thomas and lead to him changing his tune when it comes to his pater. Chad will join the Horton tree, trimming conditioning, and reconnect with Thomas at the party. Thomas will lead everyone in singing Silent Night, so Days of Our Lives suckers will see a nice turning point for him in the coming occurrences. At some point, Days spoilers say Chad will help Thomas and Charlotte DiMera hang Abigail DiMera's garnishment as they flash back how important they all loved her. Once Lonnie Price, Grant, and Eli Grant return to Salem, they'll also join the vacation gathering and support Julie Williams, since she'll be missing Doug Williams. Next, Rachel will get an awful surprise when Marlena Evans comes to visit her. It'll be a bright spot for Rachel since she's wedged at Bayview for Christmas this time. Other Days spoilers say Xander will bring Maggie Kyriakis a peace immolation. It looks like Xander may offer up a new portrayal of Victor Kyriakis, or perhaps indeed one that features Victor and Maggie as a couple. Whatever the case, Xander will pass along a present and wish Maggie a Merry Christmas, so we'll see if she warms up to him a bit. As for Sarah Horton and Brady Black, they'll share a gleeful kiss in the city forecourt. That should give Xander an occasion to witness the lip cinch and leave him feeling blue about his single status. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Xander's wrathfulness issues will lead to disquieting news for Brady in the coming weeks, so stay tuned for updates on all the raising drama. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.